Hello junkies, my name is Bob and today we're going to be reviewing Hydro-Man. Hydro-Man is from the new Marvel Legends Spider-Man Wave 12. Can you believe it? 12 waves of this Spider-Man character. It's amazing. So they're getting deep into the villains now, which is nice. Now, Hydro-Man, spoiler warning, is not really in Spider-Man Far From Home, which probably why it doesn't say Spider-Man Far From Home on it like it has on some of the others. However, this figure here, he's starting to really pop up, and I think he's getting ignored. I don't think a lot of people want him. Now, he does come with the Molten Man head for the Build-A-Figure. However, I'm interested to see how good this figure really is. Now, if we look here at this packaging, we do have some fantastic artwork here. We've got the water, and we also know that knocked into the ocean by Spider-Man during the testing of an experimental generator, Morris Bench gains his ability to transform his entire body into water. I remember way back, we're talking like somewhere in, I think, like the 200s of Amazing Spider-Man. It may even be earlier than that, that Hydro-Man and Sandman teamed up and created a character called Sludge. I think it was Sludge. They got like together, and it was just this huge mass of two different personalities, and it was something new, something different for Spider-Man to fight, but definitely weird. And Morris Bench, I believe, does get a mention in the film, but he is not actually in the new Spider-Man movie. Clearly, if he was, he would say it here. So let's get to the figure. We've been seeing him a lot lately, and as I said, he is one that a lot of people are just kind of moving on from. So if you're not doing the Build-A-Figure piece, Morris Bench is just going to sit literally on the bench. Let's get him out of here. So, say it again, love the fact that we got some Spider-Man stuff in here. The webs, plus we also have it's more blue. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's more blue than black as the Marvel Legends are going. So, I'm also interested to see if this figure actually has arms under all that. It doesn't look like it, but it looks like he has feet, though. So, let's take it out of the plastic coffin. And let's get the Molten Man head out of there. So let's focus on that just real quick. Now, we are going to review the Molten Man in a giant Build-A-Figure wave. We like to do that here at AFJ so that you can see what the Build-A-Figure is like. But the Molten Man head is great. And what we've seen in a lot of the other pieces is it's kind of a translucent plastic with some gold paint on it so that it can actually catch the light a little bit better. But as far as a face goes, this thing's pretty neat. I'm definitely digging that. That's cool. All right, so we do have all the pieces now for Molten Man because the Spider-Man figure in the wave is actually 2 per case, and the Spider-Man does not have a Build-A-Figure. So if you just want Spidey for yourself, just for your kids, you want the new costume, you don't have to get, you won't get stuck with a Build-A-Figure piece. Okay, I'll answer that question. So we have 2 very heavy-duty pieces of plastic for the feet. Now, this is just more water, but as you can see, it's going to fit into it. This is neat. I didn't expect to see this. So, Morris Bench, ooh, solid figure. But his arms are clearly, they don't really bend. Wow, they really don't bend. So, they are just giant fists of water. So the hands do kind of bend in. Did you hear that snap? They do kind of bend in, but they have a little bit of a joint, But you can bring the hands in here like this. Now, the interesting thing is, will they be able to pose? Let's talk about, first of all, Marvel's and Hasbro have really been upping the hair. So this is really cool. If you wanted to make a Dwight Schrute figure, I think all he would really need is some glasses here. But as far as just like a regular build, if you were to kit bash, you could take his arms off here and look, he's just like a regular guy. The arms are really detailed, and I'm just turning him around because sometimes they're packaged backwards. But he's a big figure. These arms are enormous. But we got a nice torso here that we can actually add weight to the figure. But let's get these. I wonder if this will help him stand better. Oh, it will. Okay, I was going to complain that Hydro-Man wasn't going to stand well because of the weight, but actually, if you look at him, these pieces here, which add that extra depth of character and water, and you can actually see his clothes and stuff, his shoes underneath, they actually help him stand. So Hydro Man is, it seems he's a little bit bigger. Now, as far as like fists go, this is pretty cool. These do not turn. This turns, but this doesn't turn up here. That'd be an extra joint. But this hand is just like enormous. So we can actually kind of do a little Shakespeare here. I like doing that whenever I can. So we have a little bit of Shakespeare going on with Hydro Man here. But let's put him next to Spidey. Now this is our in disguise Far From Home Spidey in his shield armor. So it gives you an idea of the height of the character. Morris Bench is pretty big, so let's put him up next to the biggest character that we've been bringing out here. And it kind of gives you, this is from the Avengers Wave 4 from Endgame. So Morris Bench is pretty big. I don't know if he's as big as Molten Man. We haven't built him yet, but he's a solid figure. I love the depth of these hands. So it'd be interesting to see how else Marvel can add to this character. Now, I don't have a Johnny Storm here. I wish I did, but I think that if you took these, if you added these elements, you know, this kind of thing, it's very reminiscent of the old Toy Biz line. But if you wanted to do a Mr. Fantastic and have him change, you know, have him change the size of his hands, or maybe the Human Torch, use these as flames here and here, and then so he could stand. But you could also add like color to this. It's a great, interesting mix and almost like a test of other things. His T-shirt is awesome. Let's turn him around here. I mean, great depth. But here you can see how the feet. Yeah, he's got to lean back so far. He's very heavy, but I think that's because of his hands. It obviously is because of his hands. But he's got, this really keeps him secure. You could do a lot of different things with this, and different characters, maybe even a Super Skrull. So, which I'm surprised that they haven't released a Walgreens exclusive of yet. But it would be interesting to give him like a flaming fist like this for the Super Skrull. Or even then, the depth and length of these hands is just, look at that. That's, I do have Molten Man's other hand here. So look at the size of the hand comparison there. There you go. All right. Actually, he's a really cool figure. He's got a great face, the face of a villain. And I love the hands. It's the possibilities and the depth and the artistry that Hasbro is really starting to bring to the Marvel Legends. And that's why they're called Legends, because these figures are that cool. That's it, junkies. I'm going to wrap this one up. But I wouldn't pass this one over. If you're out for him just to get the Build-A-Figure piece, I think you're going to be surprised, and you're actually going to get a really decent figure as well. So that's it for now, junkies. Thank you for tuning in, and please check out all of our reviews of the Far From Home Marvel Legend figures. Thank you.